is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Erico coming at you with another video, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about my portable workstation setup here in my condo in Manila. So if you guys haven't checked out my condo tour video, I'll post a link to that below, and there'll be a link right over there as well. But of course, you guys know space is limited here in Manila, and I didn't want to invest or build out a dedicated computer workstation just because of space constraints and also because of budgeting constraints. I didn't want to change the way that my space looked with a big computer desk, and I also didn't want to spend that additional amount of money. So what I did was I took this IKEA Melltorp table, purchased from a local gray market IKEA importer, and this works great as a dining table as is. So it fits two people comfortably, and of course you can squeeze a third person in there, but when I have no one over, it is the workstation that you see behind me. So I'll flip the camera around and give you guys a POV perspective of the things that I've done to the table to kind of help it become a good workstation table, and all of the other components that you see on top of the table to create this entire portable workstation. Before we begin, I just want to let you guys know that all of the stuff mentioned in this video can be purchased off of Lazada, Shopee, or Amazon, and all of it fits very snugly into my small backpack, so I can take it anywhere from the coffee shop down the block all the way to back home in New York. So let me turn the camera around and give you guys a perspective of all of the things that you see behind me. So the IKEA Melltorp table is actually compact as it is. It measures about 30 by 30. And the only thing I actually added to it was a good way to deliver power to the devices on top of the table. So you'll see here I have a Xiaomi power strip, which is a slim power strip, and it also has USB ports there for all of the USB devices that I need to charge. In addition to that, I added an LED light strip that I had laying around just extra, and it's powered by Bluetooth, and it syncs up with all of the other LED light strips that I have around the house. It adds a little bit of accent lighting, and it helps me not have to turn on the ceiling lights at night when I'm working. So you'll notice the installation here, it's just quite simply zip tied onto the bottom of the table. Just cleaned it up over here with a couple of zip ties as well. And all of it has multiple breaker switches. That way I'm not using any phantom power when I'm not at home. And as you guys can tell, I chose the Xiaomi power strip because it's a quite slim design, and it fits right underneath the table, and save for that little lead wire from the outlet, when all of this on top is cleaned up, you wouldn't even know that I use this table as a workstation. Moving on to the machine itself, for those of you guys that are wondering, it's just a 2017 MacBook Pro with a touch bar, and of course, because I'm always taking it out of the house, I've just added a clear matte shell to it, as well as a screen protector, both of which I purchased from Amazon, whatever the cheapest, highest rated item that I was able to find. Now, while you guys might have your own device preferences, I just want to note that I am very happy with my MacBook Pro, and the reason why is because I chose the model that has USB-C ports on both sides of the machine. You'll notice later on I'll go over that, but I do think that you should purchase a machine with as many USB-C ports as possible. I do think there's a limitation if you only have USB-C ports on one side of the machine. Number one, you won't be able to kind of choose which side your machine will sit without having wires running around all over the place. And I'll get into it in a little bit, but having ports on both sides actually helps set it up much easier and much quicker as well. So my favorite accessory for the portable workstation actually is the smallest accessory, and that is, or those are, these magnetic clips. So if you guys have been Mac users for a while, you'll remember the old MacBook Pros with the MagSafe power adapters. This is just kind of the modernized concept of it. Of course, they're aftermarket, but what's really cool about them is not only do they save your USB-C ports from wearing out, from constantly plugging and unplugging all of the plugs, but it also serves as a very quick way to connect and disconnect the entire setup. So on this side, I have one of the magnetic plugs for a dongle, which is one of these Satichi dongles that I purchased a long time ago along with the MacBook. And that has USB-C through power. And of course it has ports as well for my USB-A devices. Pop that in, it is just going to adhere to the MacBook. And then on the other side, we have one for our portable monitor. So as you guys can see, super quick connection, and I also have one for the monitor itself. What's super cool about these, other than the fact that they save your USB-C ports, is that they also carry video and power and data. So the smaller magnetic plugs that you guys might find on the internet will only carry power and data, but these also carry video. You'll notice that I've elevated the MacBook so that way I don't become a hunchback. And I did that with one of these folding laptop stands that I purchased off Lazada. It's super cool. As you guys can see, the space gray finish matches the MacBook perfectly. And not only that, it's also adjustable in terms of height and angle. And then once you want to put it away, it actually folds flat and it is easily thrown into a backpack. That way you can take it literally anywhere. On the other side of the desk is one of my favorite tech purchases this year, and that is a ThinkVision M14 portable monitor. Now, there are plenty of portable monitors in the market, and I have to be honest, some of them are actually super cool. Some of the other portable monitors that you guys might see are a little bigger than this one. They also feature touchscreen, HDMI input, and some even have a battery so that way you can use it literally portable or on the go. Not to mention they're also cheaper than this ThinkVision unit. However, I decided on the ThinkVision M14 simply because I like the quality and I like how it has an integrated stand. So unfortunately, the other competing products that you'll see on the market don't have a built-in stand like the ThinkVision M14. You guys can see that right here. Just take that out. See, super cool magnet. Won't rip out your wires, but this is the ThinkVision M14 monitor, and you'll see that it comes with a built-in stand that's flexible, so you can plop it on any table and not have to bring this pedestal that I purchased for it. If you guys are interested in this ThinkVision M14 monitor, I highly recommend it. However, please make sure to read up on it to see if it fits your setup, because it only takes USB-C input and you'll need a machine that will output video via USB-C. Not to mention, it doesn't come with a power adapter, so whatever power supply you have should be able to support this monitor. Good thing for me, the 13-inch MacBook Pro power adapter works just fine. Because the monitor itself set on the table is quite low, and again, I don't want to become a hunchback, I actually purchased one of these adjustable tablet stands. So this is made for a iPad Pro, but I just purchased one in black, and it actually matches and fits the ThinkVision monitor quite well, as you guys can see. I'll just plug in this once again, so those magnetic USB-C plugs are at work. Moving on to the peripherals, I have a Keychron K1 wireless keyboard, and it's my first foray into the mechanical keyboard market, and I absolutely love it. So this features RGB LEDs, as you guys can see, and it features brown mechanical switches. So they're super nice. I love typing on it. The Bluetooth connects seamlessly to my MacBook, and I enjoy this much better than the Apple Magic Keyboard that I had before. I wanted something new, something perhaps easier to type on, and I'm glad that I made the purchase of this Keychron keyboard. If you guys are interested in this Keychron keyboard, there is a link below for you guys to save 10% on a purchase of one of these as well. Moving on to the mouse, it's actually just a very simple ThinkPad Bluetooth laser mouse that I purchased along with the MacBook years ago. And the reason why I went for this was because it's super compact. The Bluetooth connects seamlessly to the MacBook Pro, and you don't need any sort of USB dongle. As you guys know, with the new MacBook Pros, anything to eliminate having to plug something into it is much better, and to utilize Bluetooth as much as possible is the way to go. Last but not least, in terms of peripherals, I have these lacy rugged mini hard drives, which for no better reason than I like orange as a color. You probably won't see me hiking up a mountain with my hard drive in hand, so I didn't really need the rugged capability, but it is nice to have these hard drives because when I'm on the go and I need to throw those into my backpack, I don't need to put them in an additional case or wrap them in anything. Literally just throw them in and they have been fine. You guys know from having a MacBook Pro, space is kind of limited on board, so I have one hard drive for time machine backups and then another one for expansion storage. The last thing on my desk is just this wireless charger and stand that I purchased from Shopee. It's very nice because I don't have to plug in my iPhone to charge, and it has a cooling fan in it. You guys might know that charging your phone wirelessly generates quite a bit of heat, so having one with a fan keeps your phone cool, and of course serving as a stand at the same time. So if I have a chat room or a Discord open, it's easy for me to browse through that while I have info on these two screens. After this, guys, I'll cut to a couple night shots, but that's basically it in terms of having a portable workstation setup. Again, if you guys have any questions about this or would like to know more about the products that I've used to piece together the setup, feel free to comment down below. And of course, if you guys want to see more content like this, don't forget to like this video, follow me on Instagram at ohnoitsericgo, and check out my blog, gowitherico.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.